From Comedy Central's World News headquarters in New York, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah presents a 100% Trump-free show, Volume 2.
A man who migrated from West Africa to Paris, he's now being hailed a hero after a daring Spider-Man-style rescue of a 4-year-old. This is some amateur video that captured the boy dangling from an apartment balcony on Saturday. 22-year-old Mamadou Gassama jumped into action. He scaled the building, climbed to the 5th floor just in time to save the boy's life. The French president rewarded him with a French citizenship and a job as a firefighter.
Yeah, wow. Wow. You know, no matter how much I see that video, I'm still shocked every single time. That dude is amazing. Like, I wouldn't climb that high for my own baby, you know? Just be like, jump, daddy will catch you, I don't know. And although I am proud of him, I'm a bit disappointed that he gave the game away for other Africans. Like, you can't let white people know that we can do that kind of stuff. And you know, for me, the best part of this video is it shows you why every country needs immigrants. Because they work so much harder. Because I don't know if you noticed this, but at the bottom of the video, there's a white guy who's also trying to climb up. He's yeah. That's the result of 10 generations eating croissants and puff pastries. That's what that is. One man just brought new meaning to the phrase, "I'll never let go."
It was the viral video so wild it almost seemed hard to believe. A man clinging to a car, speeding down a Florida highway at nearly 70 miles per hour, holding on for dear life for nearly 15 minutes. But it was very real for Junior Francis and his ex-girlfriend behind the wheel.
911, what is the emergency?
Yes, I'm on top of a speeding vehicle. Someone's trying to steal my car.
Okay, what's the address?
I don't even know where I'm at.
I feel like this is one of those math problems. A car is traveling at 70 miles per hour for 15 minutes with a guy on the hood. Where are they? Answer, Florida. And can I tell you what I find amazing is how calm that dude's 911 call is. He's so relaxed. Meanwhile, whenever we find out about some white lady calling the cops, she's like, "Dear God, help, there's a black girl selling water, please, 911. And this guy's like, "Hello, ma'am, I hate to bother you, but I'm currently atop a car hood, traveling at a rather high velocity." Yes, I'll hold. Some news stories help us understand the world we live in. And some news stories are just stupid. For those, we turn to Ronnie Chang.
Thanks, Trevor. Everyone always says they want to be rich, but be careful what you wish for, because sometimes you can get so rich, you start doing dumb shit like this.
Silicon Valley is famous for its eccentric homes and outlandish property values, but the newest status symbol in the neighborhood is the chicken coop.
Scott Vanderlip's chickens make themselves right at home.
Are you gonna come in the house?
The software engineer believes he's found the perfect antidote to computers and code and has the big data to prove he's not alone.
There are thousands, maybe 10,000 chicken coops in Silicon Valley. I mean, there are a lot of coops.
That's right. Silicon Valley millionaires are adopting chickens as pets. Because what do you get the person who has everything? How about bird flu?
The birds sometimes get a break from eating bugs with treats like melons and salmon. Caring for the chickens is a family affair.
Justin and I, we will come home in the evening after a stressful day at work and pull up our chairs and just sit here and watch the chickens go crazy.
Yeah, I don't think the chickens are the ones going crazy, all right? You're the ones drinking wine and watching birds poop on your lawn like it's Shakespeare in the Park. You're Silicon Valley. What are you doing? You give the world YouTube and Netflix, remember? You can't invite people over to chicken and chill. And it turns out these people don't even care about the animals. They're just showing off.
For the Valley's growing community of backyard farmers, the investment in heritage birds pays off in a status symbol of sorts. Colorful eggs that can be given as gifts to friends.
Yeah, what a great gift. I love when I'm having a Super Bowl party and my rich friend brings over raw, pale green eggs. Even the chickens must be like, what are you doing? Those came out of my chicken pussy and now you're handing them out like Cuban cigars? Listen, if rich people want to own chickens like third world farmers, whatever, right? The problem is when rich people pretend to be poor, they're still spending way too much money doing it.
Online, companies are hatching plans for do-it-yourselfers to build stylish backyard coops.
I built this coop especially for them.
Laura Menard's custom-built chicken coops have antique stained glass windows and detailing added by a master carpenter. Do you think your chickens are happier in there than they might be in some simpler coop?
No, I don't think they care.
You don't think they care. I know they don't care, all right? They're chickens. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking about getting into this new chicken craze, I got some bad news. You're already too late.
I always tell people chickens are actually just the gateway drug to beekeeping. Beekeeping is the new thing, you know.
Are you suggesting that sometime soon somebody's going to say to me, backyard chickens, that's so 2018?
Exactly.
That's Silicon Valley for you. Hey, you just bought that new thing? Boom, it's obsolete. You like chickens? Well, you, it's bees now. But you know what, Trevor? I see what's happening here, okay? We're just going further down the evolutionary chain. That's why I've already invested in the next trendy pet, all right? I'm talking about leeches. That's right, Silicon Valley. Make like one of these guys and suck it.
Bert and Ernie are beloved Sesame Street characters. But the question on everyone's mind this week was if that segment was brought to you by the letters LGBTQ.
We are back now with Bert and Ernie, and the burning question this morning, are they best friends or something more?
The question was raised publicly by a recent interview with former Sesame Street writer Mark Saltzman. Were you thinking of Bert and Ernie as a gay couple? Saltzman, who joined the show in 1984, responded in part, I always felt that, without a huge agenda, when I was writing Bert and Ernie, they were. Saltzman's recollection set it off on social media and brought responses from Sesame Workshop, declaring in part that Bert and Ernie, quote, remain puppets and do not have a sexual orientation.
Wait, Muppets don't have a sexual orientation? That's weird because I know for a fact that Kermit and Miss Piggy smash hard. That's what I know. I know this. They even did an episode when the Count counted all their sex positions. He was like, 1, reverse cowgirl, 2, Sudanese jackhammer, Now, I don't really know if Bert and Ernie are gay, because, I mean, on the one hand, two guys living together for 40 years could mean they're gay, but it could also just be that they live in New York and apartments are expensive. And also, if they were gay, let's be honest, that eyebrow would have been addressed by now. Would have been dealt with. But let's move on. Let's move on because a school superintendent in Texas did something racist.
A Texas school superintendent's job may be on the line after he made a racist remark about Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. On a Facebook post about the Texans, Onalaska ISD Superintendent Lynn Redden wrote, quote, when you need precision decision-making, you can't count on a black quarterback. Well, parents whose kids attend the school district were quick to come out against Redden's comment.
I think he needs to be checked out for that. That needs to be addressed.
You think that comment's racist?
It sure sounds like it to me.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect that accent to say something woke. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I watched that clip thinking I was gonna see a story about a racist, and it turns out I'm the racist. Because that was great, he's right. Like, now I'm imagining that there's an entire crew of Southern progressives just running around like, hey boy, we don't take kindly to racists around here. This here's tolerance country, you heard? And by the way, congratulations to Bert and Ernie. Live your truth, boys, yeah!
Staten Island. a place famous for mob wives, spray tans, and cheese sticks. But there's more to the wildlife here than just beefed up sleeve haters. So I met up with Park Ranger Sarah O'Quinn to find out more.
There actually are a lot of wild animals here. We have a big population of deer actually in Staten Island.
You may have heard of deer when they went viral last August, or from that popular Snapchat filter. Adorable, right? Wrong.
You know, in this case, there can be too much of a good thing. The deer population can grow larger than the environment can support it, and that's something we definitely want to control.
In 6 years, Staten Island went from 24 deer to nearly 1,000, leading to Lyme disease, property damage, and the destruction of several souped-up Nissan Maximas. All right, so how are we going to take care of this, Kentucky style?
Shh. We're not taking any lethal action. We're going to be performing vasectomies.
Sure, that's the obvious solution to the problem. That would be the first thing that one would think of.
Well, honestly, it is a little bit outside of the box.
Way outside the box. And this raises one pressing question. Woman to woman. When you cut their dicks off, does it feel good?
Actually, I have to correct you. We're not castrating them. And in fact, we're not going to do it. We're hiring a contractor who has expertise in this area, Tony DiNicola.
Oh, so you got a guy, Tony. I got a guy, Tony. Is it check and loan Tony?
No.
Free gas for handies, Tony.
This is not the same Tony.
Different Tony. So I met up with Dick Slayer Tony DiNicola. Did you always know that you wanted to neuter deer, or did you lose a bet?
No, it's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah. Tony's plan involved cameras, tracking, and yes, I knew it, a gun. Is it pretty precise when you shoot their dicks off?
We're not that good.
Turns out they're gonna tranquilize them and give them operations. There's just one problem.
This idea is nuts.
Meet deer expert Al Cambrone.
For this to work, we need to capture nearly all those bucks, and if only, say, 20% remain, then we'll still have lots of fawns next spring.
So they're gonna still...
Yeah, and one buck can happily breed many does.
Well, Staten Island.
Yeah. Another problem is that deer can swim. Bucks are going to be coming from New Jersey.
Bridge and tunnel deer are the worst.
And we'll be right back where we started.
And it gets worse. This is gonna cost $2 million. That's like over $5,000 a dick.
Relative to the costs of not doing anything, we think it's a really wise investment.
One more problem with the vasectomy plan.
Oh, Jesus.
Every fall, there's deer mating season, what we call the rut. Those that don't become pregnant, they'll be back in heat. Things get wild out there.
Like a 2-month frenzy.
Exactly.
Or like summer Bible camp.
Yeah.
Time to come up with a more realistic solution. Have you thought about introducing Japanese deer sex dolls?
Well, that's a possibility.
Worked for my husband. Won't even look at me now. Nothing.
Deer are, during the rut,
It's like I
interested
just had a
in
baby
only one
and
thing.
your body changes, and biologically things are a little bit different, and when you nurse, things happen to your body and you don't even want to know what happens down there after having it. It's like sometimes a woman just needs attention. Sure, Al was a great listener, but he had no solutions. But you know who might? Good old-fashioned, salt-of-the-earth Staten Islanders.
Take down those with a baseball bat.
We should get some mountain lions over here.
This plan is going to cost $2 million.
$2 million? Give me and Rob $1 million and we'll take care of it.
Take care of it ourselves. Every deer on Staten Island, I'll wait in a tree stand every night. I'll get every deer.
I'll put him right in the headlock.
Guaranteed.
With my arms.
You look like Christina Aguilera. Are you her?
No, I'm not Christina Aguilera.
I got a few solutions.
What are they?
Me and you jump my car, go back to my place.
That's when I realized we had the perfect solution this whole time, just for a different Staten Island problem. Finally, time to cut some dicks off.
This week marked a milestone in civil rights history. The 50th anniversary of Franklin's first appearance in the comic strip Peanuts. And what's really fascinating is his origin story.
April 1968. Martin Luther King had been shot and killed.
American cities burned in rage. In California, a 42-year-old teacher and mother of 3 felt helpless.
And I remember sitting in suburbia saying, is there anything I can do?
Harriet Glickman wanted to reach someone with influence. She wrote to Charles Schulz. His Peanuts comic strip was read by nearly 100 million people each week. Charlie Brown, Lucy, Linus, they were all white. Glickman told Schulz he should integrate.
Okay, that was pretty dope of that lady, but yeah. But at the same time, also kind of a weird reaction to a tragedy. I mean, Martin Luther King is dead, there's chaos in the streets, and her first reaction is, maybe Charlie Brown can help. Like, I wonder if there's some nice suburban lady today going, did you know they're putting kids in cages? We gotta get Garfield on the case. Where is he? And the creator of Peanuts, Charles Schulz, he made sure that Franklin's arrival was a statement. His first appearance in the comic strip was at a beach swimming with white kids. And that may seem trivial now, but don't forget, for many people in 1968, blacks and whites swimming together was not a normal thing. And this image was seen by 100 million people. Because Peanuts in the 60s had the same kind of cultural dominance as Friends in the 90s, which, unlike Peanuts, never managed to add a full-time black friend. For more on this civil rights trailblazer, we turn now to our very own Roy Wood Jr., everybody! Roy, no matter who you are, you gotta love Franklin, right?
Oh, man, love him. Are you kidding, man? Franklin was a straight-up G. Integrated the shit out of Peanuts. Here's the thing. Newspaper Franklin was great. Newspaper Franklin was great. You can't argue that. But when they put him on TV, it was a different story. All of a sudden, they made him a stereotype.
You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. It's all about on top each other protecting in your shoes. We're the team invincible and we're not gonna lose.
Why couldn't Franklin just do the hokey pokey, Trevor? You telling me black kids can't put their left foot in and take their left foot out? It looked like Franklin was auditioning for House Party, too.
Yeah, but Roy, it's still cool to have him in there, even if he had one dance break.
It was every time with this kid. Anytime you walk down the street in Peanutsville, you might run into Franklin and his homeboy pop-locking. And even when he's hanging out with his friends, everyone else gets a normal handshake, but no, not Franklin. He got a slapped skin. See what I mean? All the other Peanuts are just kids, but Franklin's running around Peanutville like a damn baby Shaft. He's a tiny, bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
I'm talking about Franklin. Look, I just don't want him to be the other kid all the time. Even at Thanksgiving, yeah, they invited him, but look where they put him. He's by himself. Even the dog gets to sit with the kids. Why is the dog even at the damn table? It's cool though, Franklin. Franklin, look, man, Franklin, they did you a favor. You don't want none of that bland-ass white people turkey anyway. They ain't putting no sprinkles on it. You know they don't season the food, right? Did y'all have Thanksgiving in Africa?
Yeah, Roy, anyway, like, I hear what you're saying, but I liked having Franklin on the screen. I think it's important for kids to be able to see a version of themselves.
Okay, cool. So if that's the case, the cartoon should honor the original revolutionary spirit of Franklin. If you're gonna make him rap, do it right.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now.
Roy Wood Jr., everyone. The Ku Klux Klan is not the powerhouse organization they once were, but they have a new plan to get back on top.
KKK recruiters are trying to lure kids in upstate New York with candy. Klan members have been reported meeting children as they make their way to the bus in the morning. Apparently, they're handing out bags of flyers and Snickers candy bars.
Oh, man. Now parents have to be extra worried if their kid comes home with candy. Parents are gonna be like, Timmy, where did you get that candy? Be like, from a pedophile? Oh, thank God. I thought it was I thought it was the KKK. Oh my God. Oh, and you know, I think the KKK underestimates how smart kids are these days. Like, if anything, the kids are gonna end up tricking the KKK and be like, thanks for the candy, mister. Now I hate Mexicans and blacks. Can I get more? Can I get more? And as soon as he turns away, he's like, what a moron. Doesn't he know that the most effective racism is about dominating power structures, not running around in a bed sheet? What a dumbass.